the Logitech C920 versus the Avermedia PW513. Is it worth picking up the Logitech C920 under $100 in 2021 and beyond? I've had this camera, the C920 right here, for 10 years. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. It's the rock solid webcam that has sold more than any on the planet. Highest quality for the money, right, for such a long time. There's a new contender in town, though, the Avermedia PW513, one of the most expensive webcams of all time, but one of the highest quality webcams of all time. Don't just take my word for it. I'm going to give you all the pros and cons of both webcams and tell you about my experience and go over all the accessories. I'm even going to show you all the software that comes for free with both of these cameras. But before we do, just look with your own eyes. This is a DSLR you're looking at right now, a Panasonic Lumix G7. Let's go downgrade that to the Avermedia PW513. And here's the PW513 on a green screen. I'm going to show you a wide shot with no green screen, but as you can see, the downgrade from an $800 DSLR setup down to this camera, which is hundreds of dollars, this webcam, I'm at arm's length right now, was a relatively minor downgrade. It's almost low-end DSLR quality, as you can see, in comparison to what I just showed you a moment ago. Now let's go from the multi-$100 Avermedia PW513 down to the Logitech C920. And here is the Logitech C920. So as you can see, that was a significant and noticeable downgrade. And I'm currently processing this webcam shot to put color back in my face because I was missing a lot of color as I was chroma keying this thing out today. So as you can see, there is a significant difference in the way that the C920 looks in comparison to that high-end webcam, in comparison to DSLR. You can see it with your own eyes, but let me just show you wide shots so you can see it without the chroma key. So this is the Logitech C920 wide shot, as wide as it can go. Let me turn off the chroma key so you can see. There's the unprocessed shot of me here in my studio. So as you can see, it's pretty clear, right? You can see the microphone clearly. You can see the detail on my shirt. You can even see some of the detail in the hair and my beard and my hair up top. My skin color isn't quite there. It's just a consequence of using a 1080p webcam, generally speaking, but this looks pretty darn good even by 2021 standards. Let's switch over to now the Avermedia PW513 wide shot so you can see the difference there, because you're going to maybe be blown away here. So here's the PW513 wide shot, and then let me go ahead and turn the filtering off on this so you can see the way it looks without the chroma key on, just so we can compare and contrast, and here you go. So as you can see, the shot is much wider with the Avermedia PW513. It is a 94-degree angle lens, an ultra-wide angle lens, picking up so much more of the mic, of my space. You can even see my backlighting fan back here, both green screens, etc. You can get this camera way closer to you because of the wide angle lens, the Avermedia PW513 you're looking at me on right now. And as you can see, the shadowing and the color looks a lot more natural and it's a lot more crisp, because it is a 4K webcam, whereas the Logitech C920 is only a 1080p webcam. Just keep that in mind. Really quick though, how do I get this even lighting with the green screens? How do I get myself lit? What accessories should you be considering for both of these cameras? And what are the pros and cons and features of the cameras? Let's go over both of those first. Then I'm going to show you the free software that comes with both of these cameras. That is a huge part of your consideration when you're looking at buying either a Logitech or an Avermedia cam. So first things first, the Logitech C920 that you see behind you, let me just show it to you up close here. It has a couple design features that every other webcam on the planet has copied, right? It's got the soft grip on the bottom and the shoulder grip on the top, where you can slide it on the top of your monitor. You can adjust it up and down, and you can get a relatively okay shot from the top of your monitor. Generally speaking, though, it's tough sometimes to get a good shot from the top of your monitor, so you can fold up this camera, as you can see right here, and on the bottom of the camera, there's a little screw down there where you can put it into a mount to put the camera into the perfect position to get the perfect shot you want. And the mount you want to be looking at is this one right here. By the way, links in the description below to both cameras and all accessories I'm talking about. I purchased all of these with my own money, not a sponsored video. Those are affiliate links down below on Amazon. But this gooseneck you see right here, you can mount both webcams to the top of this gooseneck and then clip it to your desk or whatever you want to clip it to, and then gooseneck it in the perfect position to get just the right shot. Something you should definitely be considering with the Logitech C920 because it doesn't have a pivoting neck on the camera to get it into perfect position. They do advertise this as having microphones on board. I would not use the built-in microphones on this webcam. They are not good enough by today's standards. You will need to get an additional microphone beyond what this camera provides in order to have crystal clear audio quality. Let's compare and contrast what you see here. Limited to 1080p. It also does 720p, but limited to 1080p in comparison to today's mega ultra camera, the Avermedia PW513. This camera is hundreds of dollars, so it's way more expensive, but it has a lot more modern features, including a glass lens, which is really important. Super wide angle, like I mentioned earlier, 95 degrees. It also comes with a privacy shutter if you don't want people to see you or hacking you or whatever you're worried about. But the most important feature of the camera, in my opinion, the innovation, if you will, is this part of the camera right here. You might be like, boring. It actually is a pivoting neck on the camera that allows the camera to turn left and right, up and down, move side to side, and get in just the right position if you want to put it on top of your monitor, making this camera viable for being on top of your monitor. Now, of course, you can use it for that gooseneck that I showed you a moment ago. That's in the description below if you want to get it in the perfect position. Another big difference between this camera and the C920, it is a hulking webcam. It is like, I would say, double the size of the Logitech C920. It is a hunk of technology, very weighty, okay? A couple other things I like about it is the USB port that's on the back pokes out. I like that it's easier to plug in, and it provides less tension on the camera as it's being plugged in. And also, as you can see, just like the C920, it's got the screw joint on the bottom here where you can put it into any mount, any tripod, any ring light you want, which is really, really nice. Overall, this camera has all the features you could want from a webcam. You can put it in a mount, you can plug it in easily, it's got the privacy filter, and it's got the pivoting neck right here, so you can get it in just the right position, whereas the C920 is missing the pivoting neck, and it's missing the plug-and-play USB jack, which the Avermedia PW513 has. So, both of these cameras aren't going to look that amazing, though, unless you have some sort of lighting to go with them. So what you saw a moment ago, like when I go to this wide shot, this is the Avermedia PW513. In order to get good lighting on your face or even have a green screen set up or whatever, you're going to need good lighting and a good green screen to go with that. So a couple quick recommendations for you if you're interested, which you should be in getting at least some lighting. My favorite, most cost-effective lighting is this kit right here. It's the, I've got 4 of these lights set up right now in my studio. It's amazing. Under $200, you can get these LED lights. They come with power supplies, stands, diffusers, and carrying cases. Great for doing left and right lighting. You can create a shadowed look. You can do a fully lit look like you see with me right now. You can even use these to light up a green screen. It's your decision. And if you are looking to do a green screen configuration, the only green screen I personally recommend to my clients is the Elgato green screen. I've got 2 of these. They fold down and they just fit in a metal case in the ground. They come back up. I've lifted mine personally up and down, I don't know, 1,000 times at this point. Still works perfectly. So therefore, I recommend it. Other models, some of my creator clients have told me they bought other cheaper knockoff brands, and they actually broke. The pivoting mount on the back actually broke just because they weren't constructed quite as durably as the Elgato green screen. And last item you should keep in mind, if you're wanting a cost-effective lighting solution and maybe even camera mounting solution, is getting something like a ring light. A ring light will give you a beauty look on your face, if you will. It's the look you're looking at right now. I'm not saying I'm beautiful, but it's an even look that kind of gets rid of blemishes on your face, washes your entire body, gives you a little bit of definition in your hair, and is a good overall one light solution if you don't wear glasses. If you wear glasses, the ring light will be in your glasses as your shot is being shot, and that is very distracting. So the ring light, under $100, it's a really solid solution. You can use the little section inside the ring light there where you see the little mount. You can actually put your webcam in there if you wanted to. For a quick lighting solution, you just turn it on, and boom, you are lit. Okay, that's all the hardware, but I promised you we would look at the software as well, because don't buy a webcam unless it comes with dedicated software to control it. Otherwise, whatever you get is what you get with your webcam, and that's a really dangerous situation if you want to adjust any settings. So the first ones we want to look at will be the Logitech settings for the C920, switching to that right now. So as you can see, let me turn back on the chroma key here. So this is how you can set yourself up for demos if you're looking to do content like this, tutorials, demos, webinars, what have you. You can use your C920 like you see right now, and then bam, you can just turn on chroma key like that, and you have disappeared just to do really good demo stuff. So it works out great if you're looking for a cost-effective solution. I'm relatively okay chroma keyed out. With the C920, it's not perfect, it's okay, all right? You guys can see the quality on the screen for yourself. But with the Logitech G Hub software, comes for free with the C920 and all Logitech webcams. You can adjust the zoom, as you can see, you can punch in. You can adjust the focus in this software, which is really nice. And you can also adjust the exposure. I recommend leaving it on auto. And you can do priority exposure. Now, one other thing I like to do is I like to increase the saturation on this camera. So when you do the default settings of the C920, do you see how I'm very gray and zombie-like? If you wanted to put color back in your face, you can turn up the saturation. As you can see, the color is returning to my lips and my hair, which makes me look a little bit more natural. Results are going to vary based on your skin tone. So definitely take a look at your own shot and see what you're looking at there. All of these other video filter settings that you set in the Logitech G Hub software will remain whether you're streaming, whether you're recording, whether you're in Zoom, whether you're in Skype, whatever. They stay in all softwares, which is really cool. But the Avermedia has its own software that you should be aware of that is really amazing. Thank you, Avermedia, for making this software because it is just absolutely frustrating when you're trying to use your camera and cannot adjust settings. And here is the CamEngine. Once again, as you can see, the PW513 allows you to chroma key yourself out just like that. And do you see how much tighter the chroma key is here with the PW513 versus the C920? It looks near perfect. Like you see almost no green or any flaws. Like you can barely even see the chroma key in my hair up here. It's a very tight chroma key with the 513. I just want you to see the difference of me turning that on and off because it makes a huge difference with chroma key scenarios. But in the software, when you do the defaults, you are going to be a bit washed out in my opinion, like I am right now. So in the software, you can turn down your brightness. You can even turn down your saturation a little bit, and you can get a more natural look. Depending on what you prefer, which is really cool. Has hue, contrast, all the other settings. And also in the software, you can do your own white balance. You can zoom, pan, tilt, turn on anti-flicker. It's all right here. Free CamEngine software for the Avermedia 513 webcam. Awesome, right? So let's do a conclusion here. Out of each of these webcams, which one is the right one for you? Look, if you want to keep your budget under $100 and you cannot afford to pay more than that, I respect that. Go ahead and get the Logitech C920 or a 920 variant. Okay, it's a great camera. I've used mine for 10 years. That's it. It's a great camera under $100. It's the best one I've ever used under $100. However, if you're looking to maybe save up a little bit more money and you want to maybe more future-proof yourself in terms of your setup, dropping a couple $100 on the Avermedia PW513 is I think, very good investment. This is hundreds of dollars, and it gets you almost to a level of quality that can only be achieved by spending $800+ on a DSLR setup like the one you're looking at right now. This is the mid-tier option now. If C920 is the low-tier budget option, this is the mid-tier option, the best mid-tier option in my opinion. The Avermedia 513 at this point. Links in the description below. It's up to you which one you want to get, but if you can save up your money, I'm going to be honest with you. If you can save up an extra $100 or so on top of what you would spend on the C920 to get the Avermedia PW513, it's fantastic. It has it all. It just does. I mean, look, you guys saw the quality in this video. You can make your own purchasing decisions. That is up to you. Thank you so much for watching. Happy camera shopping. And I hope you guys create some amazing content. Adios.